move today. There you go. Did your stretch. From the Vegas Golden Knights, we have Bruce Cassidy. Please raise your hand and wait for the mic if you have a question for Coach. We'll start front left.
Ben Goetz, Las Vegas Free Journal. Afternoon, Bruce. First of all, is there an update on William Karlsson? And then second, obviously the power play has been getting on the board lately. Is there something specific you've liked about it?
Carly's just a little under the weather. He'll be fine tomorrow, so we kept him away from the rink. Power play, you know, they're a pressure team, so we've had to respond to that, make sure we had quick puck movement. I thought game one on our entries, we were able to expose the middle of the, you know, get people into the middle. Marchessault scores that way. We had a couple other good looks to counter their aggressiveness when they push you outside. So last game, not as good, but we rotated a puck over to the elbow and got the screen in front, right? So we weren't quite as clean, but managed to score a big goal early on. I think the one late, well, again, they were up ice. They're trying to create something. So, but again, good reaction to pressure and get an odd man rush and finish. So timely goals in the power play is something we talked about much more than the actual percentage. It's, as I said, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. But so far in the first two games, it's been there for us.
Back right.
Greg Wyshynski with ESPN. Hey, Bruce. You've got former captains on other teams in your locker room. You have a group of guys that have been there since the beginning with this Golden Knights team. When you arrived, were you ever surprised or impressed by how everything kind of comes together without there being a bunch of egos or cliques or things like that in that room?
Well, you never know, right? There's a lot of good players, top-end guys, so you got to sort through that. And, you know, some of that's incumbent on us as a staff to make sure we get that message across, that it's about the crest on the front, not the name on the back, and still have respect for the, you know, what they've accomplished. So there's always that balance. And then you go to character, right? We just have good guys. They're good guys. They're willing to do whatever, you know, is asked, and you know, as long as they believe in it, and I think they believe in our style of play. There's good defensive structure, there's accountability, but there's also freedom on the offensive side of things. We're not robots out there. So I think it's worked well for our group, and it's really shown here in this playoff.
Left side, second row.
Hi, Bruce. Jesse Granger with The Athletic. You guys have played really well on the boards, especially game two. What do you think was the biggest key to that, and how do you continue that moving forward?
Well, there's will and courage and commitment if you're going to be good on the boards, right? Because we know they're coming. They're a team that likes to press and create their turnovers there, and we've talked about that. If we can support the puck, be real close to it on those board battles, and then you get into some foot races, and we like our chances when that happens. So it's been a big key of the series, and we knew that coming in. When you play teams that are aggressive with their pressure, you better be ready for it. Now, they've had some solid hits because of that, and other times we've beaten them to our spot, so to speak, and won a race for a puck. So that's what we feel will be in play again tomorrow. Until it changes, we got to be ready for it. And again, you got to hang in there. And if you can use a little deception, I think, in your breakout, change your direction. Sometimes you'll catch them in between as well, them being aggressive. So that we've built some of that in and managed to find the right mix.
Front right.
Hi, Bruce. Ian McIntyre from Sportsnet. Marchessault's been so good for so long now, I think it's easy to forget how much he scuffled to build a career. And oftentimes those guys stay hungry, right, because they had to work for it. Do you see that in him? I mean, everybody knows what he means to the group.
Yeah.
What do you see as far as the fire?
There's a lot of that, and even internal in practice every day. He's that guy that wants to outperform. If he's in a white sweater and the other guy's in a gray, then he wants to outperform him. So that's just who Marshy is. He's a competitive guy with, you know, with everything he does. It's certainly in practice when it's those type of drills. Sometimes the flow drills is, you know, you see the best out of our group when our practice isn't going well, we try to build in something competitive, a 2-on-2, a 3-on-3, small ice game, anything to get them going. And so he's a lot like the rest of our group. Now it matters, something's at stake. It's not just the coach blowing the whistle for a drill that he thinks is going to help them or something like that. It's competitiveness where they get to compete against another. Marshy is probably the top guy at that. And there's a little bit of that history, right? He's had to battle. He's went through different teams in the American League and different teams in the NHL, and you know, good for him. It's a good mentality. It works for him. He's never to the point where he feels like he can rest or be comfortable. And like I said, it's worked well for his career, and it's working well for him this year.
Front left.
Tracy Myers, NHL.com. Bruce, with Ivan Barbashev you had to go against him in 2019, but how valuable has he been with you all, and how quickly did he get chemistry with Jonathan and Jack?
Well, he's been good from day one. We didn't know where he'd play, to be honest. He's played both wings. We weren't going to use him in the middle. We're strong down the middle. And it ended up, I think, right away with Jack, and Marshy had been there for a little bit. Stoney was injured, obviously, so we thought about Stevie, but, you know, we put him with Jack, a net presence, a guy to good on the walls, get him, you know, pucks underneath to low speed. So we've kept him there for the most part. I think we went away from it for maybe a week or something, but I saw him in St. Louis. He had a different role. He was more of an energy guy there. I think it was Sundqvist and I forget, Steen maybe was the other winger, but they played hard. Like, you know, you going back on pucks, they were going to finish checks all over the ice. He still does that here, but we've put him in more of a skill role, and he may or may not have been that player. Don't forget, it's 4 years ago. I don't know. Obviously, whatever they did in St. Louis worked. I saw it firsthand, so the lines were appropriately built. But there's an area we thought we could get more out of him, and he has. He can make small area plays. He sees the ice. The good thing about if you're going to play with Jack, he can't be one of those guys that needs the puck in the neutral zone a lot, because that's where Jack excels. In a breakout, he comes underneath, and he wants it through between the blues, like a lot of centermen. So he understands that, you know, get it off the wall to him, and then go get open in the other end. And it's worked really well, and he's willing to get in there. So that's what he's done for that line in our team. You've seen the physicality. Whether he's on whatever line he's on, he's still going to bring that element. Just a really good pickup for us, and something we felt when we picked him up. Stoney was out, who was an interior presence for us, and then Will Carrier we lost, who was an interior presence. So we were, you know, he was a real important for how we wanted to play. And I'd put Brett Howden in that category. He's come in and done a little bit of that for us too. So it's just made us harder to play against.
Take 3 more questions. Back right.
David Amber with Sportsnet. Hey, Bruce, just wondering about, you just mentioned the physicality, and you guys have been able to play within a framework. What's been the messaging for you guys to play that physical, tough brand of hockey, but stay disciplined, and it's been effective even when the Panthers have maybe tried to drag you into some other things?
Well, we can play that game, and I think our guys are veteran enough guys that they can keep their cool and their composure. I mean, no one likes to get hit. No one likes to see Jack Eichel get hit, or anybody for that matter. And Mario got hit coming through the middle. It is a little bit of playoff hockey where you have to balance your response with discipline and keep it in check, and we're trying to do those things. And I think some of it, the messaging is, I mean, Petro's won a cup, Phil Kessel's won a cup, Martinez, Barbie, you know, they've been there, they've seen it. And so it comes from internally that this is part of it. The scrums, to me, sometimes you got to take a punch in the face. That's just the way it works, and hopefully you stay out of them, and you don't get on the wrong side of those, but Nick Hague's done that as well as anybody. I think we were prepped for this a little bit through the Edmonton series too. That one got a little nasty, and we're able to get through it and come out the other side all right. So I think we were prepared a little bit for this type of series, and I think we've handled it fine so far.
We'll take 2 more. Right side, third row.
Sergey Feldman, NHL.com International. Coach, there's X's and O's to consider when you're on the road. There's the environment, et cetera. But how much of what has been successful for you guys been a matter of the guys bonding off the ice?
Yeah, the X's and O's for us won't matter where we play, to be honest. The matchups maybe a little bit, but even then. But our guys, I was just asked that question. So one thing I've learned, like in Vegas, everyone lives in Summerlin, which is about 25 minutes. So the bonding is happening a little bit because of everyone's in the same community. So you know, the guys are sharing rides, or the wives are together. You know what I mean? It's not like a big city where everyone's going a different direction as soon as practice is over. So there's a little bit of that built into our situation that, you know, there's a little bit unique maybe to some other markets. So I think that's helped. That's just my impression being here almost a year now. And I think the guys just genuinely like each other. So that's character, and that's a good job by management to put people in their room that fit. And you don't always get that. We have it. And most of the good teams, you find a way to have that, and we're certainly one of them.
Last one, front right.
Bruce, in addition to the guys from the expansion draft, you brought in Amadio, who'd been on waivers 3 times. You brought in Howden, who's, you know, basically was out of New York. How do you embolden players like that? Because the Vegas seems to have a long history of making players who feel elsewhere not a fit to make them a fit. And second, based on your previous answer before, what was the worst punch in the face you ever had to take in hockey?
I I wasn't a fighter, so, God, I can't even remember. I probably stayed out of the fray, unfortunately. If I'd have got in it a little more, I might have had a longer career. But going back to the first question, well, we're built that way, right? We are, guys that weren't wanted. And I shouldn't say that because I remember we left in Boston, I think it was Colin Miller, and it's not like we didn't like Colin Miller, the rules were we had to leave someone exposed, right? So at the end of the day, those guys are, so Amadio and Howden have come from that back, right? So, and they feel comfortable in the room. They're not walking in and going, geez, these guys were drafted and developed, I'm an outsider. They walk into a room where Marchessault, Smitty, you name it. There's a lot of guys in there that have been through this. So they have that togetherness or bond of maybe being not wanted the first time around or whatnot. How we've empowered them or emboldened them, I think we look at our lineup, we do pairs a lot, I do as a coach, so Stone and Stevie are good together. So Carly and Smith are good together. We're trying to put Marshy with Jack. Now, who do we fit around them? What do they need? And that's where Howden can, he's got speed, he can check, he'll get to the net. Well, Stevie and Stoney, maybe is a good fit there. We started that in camp. Amadio was Carly and Smitty because he could make plays off the wall and they're a good rush line, yet we needed a guy to go to the net. So credit to Michael Amadio. We pulled him aside and said, you may have to change what you did in junior and the American League as being the guy making the play to the guy to the net as opposed, you now have to be the guy at the net as opposed to, and Carly or Smitty will get you the puck, but you have to go in there. That's where you get punched in the face. That's where you get hacked and slashed and whacked. So there's a bit of a mindset. Barbashev fit right in, Michael and Marsh, because he does that. So now you got three lines with guys pieces that can complement the line. So that's where it came, where we allowed them to try to be the guy. And then you deal with the sort of the fallout of, well, he's not a top line player. Well, you don't know that till he plays. How about we have three top lines and we just, not have to put all our best players in one line. So there's an argument for and against that. That's how we did it, and they've taken the ball and run with it for the most part. And we've kept our fourth line intact that we've loved since day one. So it's worked out for us. If those guys weren't able to finish plays, Elliot, we would have probably had to change things up. But Barbie can finish. You've seen Howden finish and Amo. So credit to them for being able to get it done. Because if they don't, then obviously the plan doesn't work. And, then you have to go a different direction. And maybe you're not as strong a four-line team.
Thank you for your time,
Thanks.
Bruce.